J'admire beaucoup votre travail, mais je ne connais pas du tout. Donc,
Mais quand si je remplis trop, il a pas du coup ses séries.
D'accord.
Il gère plus comme celui-là, voilà, il a dû avoir.
Ça, c'est le...
Ça c'est la langue, il a juste coincé quelque part.
Ça, c'est sec, c'est délicat, loi. Presque pas de japon, c'est nous quand le leur fait. D'accord. Alors qu'il y en a...
So we had to develop a special type of person, a hard, tough, disconnected male capable of sustained violence who would stab the animals, castrate them, confine them, rape them, steal their babies. So it made us harden ourselves. And that the workers in animal agriculture have the highest rates of work-related injuries, the highest rates of suicide, drug addiction, alcoholism, and spousal abuse and child abuse. They go back into their neighborhoods and into their families and do terrible things because at work they're just stabbing animals all day or electroshocking them or hitting them. And so we force them to essentially repress their natural compassion because I want to go to the store and take out my wallet and pay for something. I'm directly paying not only for the suffering of these animals, but really for the violence and abuse of people who then do, unfortunately, create webs of trauma throughout our entire society.
Animals are their own beings, and children are innately interested in animals and other life forms, but we are taught to desensitize and disassociate from our own human animal instincts that would have us see the effects of our behavior, looking into another living being's eyes and seeing the effects of our choices.
That's what it is. He didn't like it.
But whenever you hold them, it feels really weird. They don't feel sad.
Our food system is a result of intentional, organized, calculated collusion between the government and industry, whether it's the food industry or animal agriculture or pharmaceutical or healthcare. So introducing children to veganism introduces a critical thinking practice that allows a child to move through life in a completely different way. I was teaching at an elementary school, and the kids were all curious why I wasn't eating the string cheese and the milk that they were being served at recess. And I went to find a book that we could talk about together that would explain my choices. And what I found were books about talking animals or talking vegetables. And I felt that took away from A, the emotional lives of animals, and B, the capabilities of children to understand the problems that we face in the world and to be part of the solution. I created the book that I wanted and started shopping that around and got rejection after rejection that this topic was inappropriate, it was too scary, it was too intense for children. I found a very progressive publisher that was interested, and we still had to convince them that this movement was growing and that there would be a market who needed this book because there wasn't anything else like it. There was no nonfiction vegan books for kids. So we went ahead and did it. I think engaging children in the vegan discussion is basically more a practice for adults than it is for the kids. We have an imagined frailty that we assign to children that isn't actually there. It's a certain concept of childhood that has been handed down over the years, but there is no universal concept of childhood. So addressing tough topics is not hard if you just speak frankly to children. You don't need to make it emotional or scary. You just give them the facts. You give them the facts about animals and about our health and about the environment and how much power we have as individuals to make change in society. I think while a vegan child may be alone in their classroom, I don't see it as being alienated. The vegan kids that I know and the stepdaughter that I've helped raise are very strong in their vegan convictions, and that I think comes down to a fundamental understanding that their parents have given them by including them in the conversations, by including them in what the parents are learning about animals, about health, about agriculture, about animal cognition and ethology, the behavior of animals. So when a child understands the motives completely and deeply, they can't be shaken from their convictions. This is Vegan is Love, Having Heart and Taking Action. And the introduction is one of my favorite parts of all of the books. How wonderful that at this very moment, every person, big and small, has the power to create a better world. We don't have to wait to grow older, for laws to change, or for presidents to be elected. We can begin right now. We can choose to live without using animals for food, clothing, or for fun. As vegans, we live this way because it is best for our health, for animals, and for the earth. And that is love. Many people know that animals around the world are treated badly, yet they turn their minds away. To be vegan means to care deeply about how our choices help or harm animals, how we create peace or suffering in the world. Our choices are powerful. Vegan is love.